Okay, so we got another viral TikTok here, and it's pretty insane. She's upset she got herpes after sleeping around. Now, I don't know if this person actually like slept around or whatever, or maybe it was just one person who gave it to her and they didn't tell her or something, and maybe she's just really unlucky or something. But in the TikTok, she does mention that she doesn't want to tell her parents, and then she uploaded it to TikTok, which is just a classic, I'd say. Oversharing on the internet has just become this massive trend where basically people think that their audiences on the internet are like a personal diary where you can just say anything you want and people from your real life are never going to watch that content, which is pretty insane because TikTok as well is pretty regional. So if you're going to post something and it goes viral, chances are your neighbors are going to see it as well. So let's take a look at this video. I'm reserving all judgment until the end. So
today, my whole life could change, and I'm scared. Friday night, I started having a burning sensation whenever I peed.
That sounds awful.
Was not pleasant. So Saturday, I went to urgent care, and they put me on medication for a UTI. So I started the UTI medication on Sunday, and then that night I noticed that my right lymph node in my groin was swollen. By Monday, the UTI meds
lots
still
of
haven't kicked
detail
in. It
over
really
here.
hurt whenever I peed. So I called to make an appointment with my gyno, and it's now Wednesday. My appointment's in like half an hour. This subject is very stigmatized, has a lot of shame around it, but then I noticed warts on my genitals. Very painful. These last few days I've just felt run down, icky, haven't had an appetite, uncomfortable. It hurts to walk.
Okay, right off the bat, I gotta say I do feel for her. This is not a situation that anyone really wants to go through. It sounds absolutely horrific. Now, it turns out she will say that she does have herpes, which is I'm not familiar with it. I know it's a popular term on the internet or whatever, but I really don't know anything about it. I looked it up, and it's apparently an STD that sticks with you for the rest of your life. So you cannot cure it, you cannot get rid of it, and pretty much everyone you plan on, I don't know, sleeping with or interacting with in your dating life, you're pretty much gonna have to tell them that you have herpes. If you're a good human being, you can be a scumbag, obviously, and just not tell them, and then they will find out they have herpes too. And you could kind of just screw with people that way. But chances are she's a good person and would like to tell them. Considering now, like, pretty much the entire world knows the, yeah. And some of the responses are not very nice to her, but I like to give people the benefit of the doubt a little bit. I don't know if she's going around, running through the entire town, unprotected, then I mean that's just sort of expected. That's going to happen because that's just a numbers game at that point, right? But I don't know. There's no indication at this point.
It hurts to sit. Everything hurts. I'm scared. If it's herpes, I know it's not the end of the world.
This is before she got diagnosed.
I'm about to go to my appointment now, so I will come back with an update.
And the update is here.
I have herpes.
Never film yourself crying, guys. Like, if you ever want to have a career on the internet, and as a guy, absolutely not. As a girl, also, I would recommend not, because it is just, I don't know. It's like, you might be genuine with it. Like, a lot of people are genuine when they cry on camera. Maybe they're reacting to something or whatever. But it just seems like you're fishing for attention, you know? This is like the thing that everybody gets from it, because why would you know you're gonna cry and you're filming it, you know?
Want to have unprotected sex, I have to tell them. I don't know how this is gonna affect my dating life.
Probably a lot.
I can't give birth only if I have an outbreak.
Jesus Christ, man.
I don't know. I don't fucking know how I'm supposed to tell my parents this.
through TikTok is is an absolutely good route. That is, imagine you're this woman's dad, okay, and you're one day you're like, you know what, my daughter's been doing that social media stuff, right? I don't really know much about it, but let me check out her TikTok. Let me see what's going on with my daughter. And you see her crying on TikTok saying that she has herpes. Top 10 nightmares for every goddamn dad on the planet, bro. That is hellish stuff right there. And if you want it, if you're not sure how you're supposed to tell your parents, why are you telling the internet? You do realize on the other side of the screen there are human beings. There are people there. In fact, I am here who is literally has no idea of your entire existence, but now I know you're a woman and you have herpes and you're crying about it. That's all I know about you at this point, and I'm a complete stranger from across the world. So I don't like this is a horrible way to go about things. This is like if something really embarrassing happens to you like this, and this is unfortunate, don't get me wrong, you know, it sucks. But if something like this happens, why would you announce to the internet? Oh my god, this is cheapers, creepers, man.
I don't know how I'm supposed to tell my parents.
It's such a stupid decision.
It's also just f***ing painful. And I'm gonna have these
imagine.
outbreaks for the rest of my life.
And crying on TikTok is not going
I
to
feel
solve
like my
it.
parents are gonna be so disappointed in me.
Okay, so this sort of implies to me that she has been sleeping around. Wait, my parents are going to be disappointed in me. Why? Is that... Okay, I'm going to sound really stupid. I don't know anything about this, okay? Is it like... Do you... I guess you have to sleep with someone who has herpes, right? That is the only way to get it? But then how does the first person get it? Huh? What if they have to get, like, there has to be an origination, right? Okay, you guys, any herpes experts in the comment section, please tell me how someone initially gets herpes. It must be some bacteria or something you get infected by. But yeah, I think she's probably going to admit that she's been getting around, and that's how she's gonna have to admit that to her parents, which is a very hard conversation to have. Well, I mean,
So disappointed in me.
They won't be disappointed if you just got it, unluckily, you know?
I don't know.
That's like, I mean, that would make no sense. Like, suppose your son or daughter got cancer. You're not going to be disappointed in them. You're going to be like, oh, shit, that sucks. Now, if they were smoking every single day and then they got lung cancer, you're going to be disappointed in them. You're going to be like, well, yeah, I saw that coming. So same thing here. If you randomly just got herpes, they're not going to be disappointed in you. If you've been sleeping around every single day, then yeah, they're going to be disappointed in you. Obviously, this is how it works, right? So let's take a look at some of these responses here. Am I the only one who finds this sad? Society has lied to everyone about the consequences of freaking outside of marriage. Now, while I do think that it is better to just be, you know, find that one person and, you know, be with them forever, you know, maybe I'm very outdated in that sense, but I feel like if you wear the rubber and, you know, you take precautions or whatever, you're not going to get herpes, are you? I don't know. I've never asked this question. Okay, I've never needed to ask this question. I don't think this is funny or necessarily means that she was sleeping around. One of my friends in high school got this from her boyfriend, who she was with for several years. Maybe he was sleeping around, but she wasn't. I feel bad for her. Okay, I mean, you could say that seems like a very unlikely scenario. I feel like I would love to give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe she's in a monogamous relationship and the other side is just cheating on her 50 times with 50 other people, got herpes and gave it to her. The chances of that happening, probably even lower than the chances of getting herpes, I'd say. Okay, she's afraid to tell her parents she has herpes, but has no problem telling the world. I will never understand this. I don't care how much you guys explain to me that, you know, it might be an outlet to get out your emotions. It might be like she has no one else to talk to about this, about such a sensitive topic, but it's the world, dude. Dude, I've been on the internet like 5-6 years. You guys don't even know my name, dude. It's Yugi, by the way. Yugi Moto from Yu-Gi-Oh! The king of games. But yeah, like, it's very easy to stay private on the internet, I feel like. Especially if you're making TikToks. Like, I have to make longer videos, so some stuff does slip out, you know? But like, and if you're doing like Twitch streams, then you're more likely to give more information, but you don't need to. You can be fine. Obviously it does help, bond and connect with the viewer, but sometimes you don't need that shit. Like, you guys don't need to know my details about my life to connect with what I'm talking about, right? You just need to know like my personality or whatever. I have to tell my partner before unprotected freaking. No. You have to tell every partner before any freaking. I would say definitely if you actually slept with a girl and she only told you she had herpes, if you took off the rubber or whatever, that's messed up. You should tell every single person, regardless of Now my question is, do you tell it on the very first, like, what if you're just dating and you're not sleeping around? Like, actually dating is sleeping around nowadays, right? I don't know what's going on nowadays, but suppose you're just dating in the talking phase. Are you going to tell them you have herpes? Because what if they start to like you, then they realize you have herpes and they're like, oh, this is a deal breaker, right? So you should be telling them essentially on the first date, right? Wow, that's gonna be hard. Libs, blaming the libs. Okay, lib doesn't even talk about permanent viral infections. They like the free love lifestyle. Young people suffer the most. People like in all of these random topics, people just bring up politics or whatever, but I don't really care for it, and I don't think it even applies. This is just, as I said, I'm never into any of this shit. I just look at a situation and judge it, okay? Because I'm not American. I don't even know what libs and Republicans are like in the, like, I've heard it obviously multiple times, but I just I don't know anything about that, so I'm never gonna comment on that, okay? I feel bad for her. I don't know why people share this kind of stuff online, but her doing so could be an authentic PSA for some young people, so hopefully she can spare them the same outcome. You need a PSA that sleeping around will give you STDs? What kind of idiot needs that PSA? I mean, I guess a lot of young people nowadays, right? There's so many reasons why having a lifelong partner is practical. This isn't liberation. Why are people putting their most intimate lives on TikTok? I don't get it. Society needs to rewind 70 years. I'm with you there. We wouldn't have Attack on Titan, guys. That's why. Okay. Video should be renamed to Women Found Out There Are Consequences to Actions. Technically, if your immune system does its job, most people never have an outbreak again. Most of the time, your immune system suppresses the virus, so it remains dormant, but it still exists in the nerves deep within the skin. That sounds awful. Okay, if you're telling me you got herpes deep within your skin, even if it's dormant, I'm sorry, bro. I don't like, no, I'm sorry. Anyone can get an STI regardless of how many people they've slept with. This is an OnlyFans girl. They have the 100%. I mean, demonizing STIs just convinces more people not to be tested. A lot of people who contract them get them from cheating partners or hookups. Oh my God. I'm not going to scroll up, but I just clicked on a video and it showed what the herpes thing is, and I'm gonna spare you guys that torture. Jesus Christ, I did not know it was that bad. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. It is like bubbling lava. It's like a chocolate lava cake filled with chocolate bubbles, and it's not chocolate, let's just say. Literally the best version of FAFO. That's F around and find out. I want to be the first one to tell you that sleeping with people unprotected has its consequences, but 1 in 3 people have herpes, guys. That means, I feel like this is, yeah, just feel like somebody's projecting here. Unless that's an actual statistic. In that case, Jesus Christ, America. It's gonna be fun to read the comment section, I guess. But yeah, don't overshare, guys. Like, some things don't need to be told to the world, man. Jesus Christ. All right, I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.